This is the 3-point line, and I'm John D. Reinhart. Today we're applying our 3-point pixels to planes, the svelte and curvy lines of this Northrop-Grumman EA6-B Prowler, to be precise. This is not an illustration you'll find on skippertywhistles.com, but it is made in exactly the same way. If you like those illustrations, this is how they're made. We begin with our standard 960 by 540 pixel artboard and 3 layers, white background on the bottom and our airplane image above that and our drawing layer on the top. Layers 1 and 2 are locked so that everything stays in reference. The Prowler seems to be made of intimidating curves and curls, so we just have to start somewhere and sort it all out. This image looks like it'll take about 10 billion curves that have no distinct mathematical definition. That's okay, they're kind of fun to make. Our subject today is not just a Prowler, but the last EA6-B Prowler to ever fly a mission. They've been replaced in the field with this Boeing EA-18G Growler. Our jet is permanently grounded, all the avionics and engines removed, at the Point Mugu Missile Park in Port Hueneme, California. Who needs avionics when you look this cool? The complex compound curves of the canopy create a crazy confluence of Bezier curves. It's tough to stay with the 3-point line philosophy up here because the windshield has so many facets to it. But we remind ourselves that at this scale, it just needs to look right? Now you can find a sit-in mock-up. That's an interesting phrase. A sit-in mock-up of the A6 cockpit in the Intrepid Museum in New York City. It's painted plywood, but it is kind of cool. Kind of a kiddie car version of the real deal. Now, popping up over the canopy is that electronic jamming pod on the tip of the tail, part of what gives the Prowler its distinct profile. It's going to be tough to make that part stand separated from the canopy framing. Now, these enormous intakes down here, they set the character of this plane. We want to give them a sense of depth, especially as the engines that are supposed to be in here aren't. There's a great book about these jets called Flight of the Intruder by Stephen Koontz. It made it into a movie starring Willem Dafoe. Wasn't nearly as good as the book. Modeling the tires and landing gear pushes us a bit into the fudge factory here. The main wheels are actually not in contact with the ground. The plane's up on blocks. And there's this silver railing that blocks part of the nose gear. The miracle of straight lines and tiny scale works in our favor here. Once we've gotten everything outlined, it's time to make our live paint. Now, I don't choose the yellow color, it chooses me. But it shows us that everything is attached and approximately outlined. Using the live paint bucket tool, aka the letter K, we can darken the windows and the depths of the intakes and the tires and that radome-laden nose. It looks interesting in the pale gray, but seems kind of like a clown nose. I think it looks better white. Because we're not modeling a specific aircraft, we're not tied to the particular color scheme of this photograph. Rather, we're looking to highlight the shape and the contours of the aircraft itself. Well, it took a little bit under an hour to create this illustration, and I think I like it. If you like it, then you could drop a like on this video, which, if you like that, you could subscribe to. Visit skippertywhistles.com to see the hard-working illustrations like this, hard at work. The link is in the description. I'm John D. Reinhart. Thank you for watching this edition of the 3-Point Line.